coming on today for a few minutes. I got still a big day in front of me. I hope everyone had a great Saturday. If you're new to my channel, right, I talk about just staying focused, right? Keeping like daily, just with so much going on, just to kind of stay out of it's easy to get depressed, right? So I just talk about how to just get through life. All right. So staying focused on your goals and just getting to the next day. Get through today, get to the next day. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. All right. Um, and then also take a look at some of my other stuff. But today, what I want to talk about is that dark place, right? We all have that dark place. Now, you all going to hear me doing some of that because what I did this morning, I made some pancakes for myself, right? And some turkey sausage. Now, when you get a certain age, the body doesn't digest food the way it used to. So here I am. I used the syrup and I knew it was gonna like kind of mess with my stomach. So I had to run and get some water real quick and dilute that. So I'll have to find something else to sweeten my pancakes whenever I have them, but I don't eat them all the time. Maybe once every 3 or 4 months. But back to the topic. Okay, so if you hear me, that's what's going on. You know, um, that dark place, right? Whew. In life, right? As we go on throughout life, there's always stuff that's going to come up, right? That you can't control. And there are sometimes like 10 or 15 different things, right, that you need to work on. And sometimes one of them, if you take a look, one of the biggest things that I find, right, is relationships. You know, a lot of times when people go through relationships and they break up for whatever the reason may be, right? That season of that relationship is over. They end up in what you can call sometime a dark place, right? Or if you lose someone, um, that's another thing, right? So with that being said, I when I look back at a relationship, I have to say it was one of those that put me in a dark place. It really did. In that dark place, right, you start losing yourself. Hold on. Monty, could you put him in his cage, please? Because he's running back and forth. It's distracting me. Give me 1 minute. I'm sorry. Put him in his room, please, because he's running back and forth. Y'all know my lives, right? My lives are really live. Good morning. Hi. Thank you for coming and joining me today. Live, Marquise. All right. Thank you. All right. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe on my lives. All right. Whatever goes on in this house, you all are going to hear it. So I was just yelling at my granddaughter, put him in his cage, you know, because my child is running back and forth, my little four-legged animal. But anyway, what I'm talking about today, anyone, if you're new to my channel, thank you for joining me this morning. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. I deal with daily, just living day to day, right? How to get through, how to stay focused, and we all go through stuff. So one of the things that I want to speak about today is about being in that dark place. A lot of times when we go through a breakup or we go through losing someone, we fall into a depression. We fall into a depression, right? And I found that when I went through my breakup, I wasn't depressed, but I was still in that dark place, right? Because sometimes relationships, when you get to that point, right, that you find that you're not growing from it, you say, let me get out of it, right? And I didn't feel like I was growing. actually, I got stuck. I was stuck. And because of being stuck, because I wasn't being me, I wasn't doing the things that I normally do, right? For me, because I was more focused on why is this not working? So, with that being said, I end up falling back. I lost track of a lot of things. And I wasn't, and actually, I even gained weight. I gained weight because I got to the point, right, in the relationship, I didn't care. I didn't care anymore. So, what happened is, as time went on and us finally separating, it took me some time to find me again. Guess what? The weight is still there. I haven't gotten rid of the weight. And that's okay. I mean, I mean, weight is weight for whoever, if it works for you. I'm not a 600 pounder at all. You know, sometimes like you sitting here, the camera actually puts an extra 10 pounds on you. So, you know, if I stood up, then I'll look a little more slimmer. So I have to stand up. No, but um, after that breakup, what I realized is I was in a very dark place. I was in a dark place when I was in the relationship, and I was in a dark place when I got out of it. Now, sometimes you never know how long it's going to take you, right, to get out, to finally get your balance and stay focused. So it took a lot of time because being in a relationship, I had a lot of work. Good morning to everyone that's coming in. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, please. Being in that relationship, I had a lot of work, right, that I needed to clean up once it was over. And when I tell you a lot, it was a lot, from like my house to getting my finances back together and just getting back to who I am as a person, right? Relationships can take you there. So what I found was I was in a very dark place. It was dark. And when you have that much stuff to clean up, you're doing one of these. Like can I see my, you know, can I see myself clear? One moment. You're like, can I see myself clear? And it's almost like you have a hard time stepping back into your femininity, right? Because for me, right, being a homeowner and also having tenants, you know, I will pick up the drill gun. I will get busy. I'll do a lot of the work myself. The only issue for me is more like strength because I am a woman. And that's why I feel like women need to stay in a woman's place and let a man do what a man needs to do. That man brings that strength to the table, right? Um, I don't have that type of strength. So therefore, I have to pay someone to come along and help me get things done. There was a time when I was building the gazebo in the backyard, and it was 16 by 11 feet, right? Which is a really big one. And it was too heavy. Like I'm trying to lift it up. So what I did was I went to Home Depot and I got someone and they helped me. You know, of course I had to pay them, but they got not the gazebo, but they did the roof because it was too heavy. Now, mind you, this took me about 3 months to get this done. Thank you all for hitting a like and share the live, and don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you all. Um, it took me about 3 months, mind you. Now I have to figure out how to put the pieces on. So I'm climbing this ladder, right? At that time, I was 58, 58, 59. I don't know, 58, 59. I'm climbing the ladder and I'm climbing it with a dress on because nobody has time to go change and put on some sweatpants. It's called whatever I got on. I need to get this done. So, and I'm one of those people, and I think for some of us, which I'm not saying you shouldn't be cute, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't be cute and all that stuff. But when you got to take care of your business, you can get cute later, right? Take care of your business for now. So, excuse me, I climbed the ladder. It took me about 3 months to get it done. I finally got it done. Now, mind you, I was frustrated and tears would run down my eyes, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is like really difficult." But I had to own it. I had to own it, right? And that's what I did. I owned it, and I would look up in the sky, and I would just ask God, and I was like, I'm not going to stress about this. Tears are rolling down my eyes to get this done because I'm by myself doing it. But I said, you know what? Do one panel each day. If I can get one panel up, right, then I'm meeting the goal. Eventually, I'll get to the end. And then what happened is, here I am. I have male tenants. They're looking out the window. They see me doing this. You would think they would say, "Oh, let me offer," but I guess they figure, you know what? I got to pay that rent. We're not giving you any help. And that was hard for me because I'm like, these are males. And it's not even that I needed them to build the whole thing, but just offer. If they offered and put up like two or three panels, I didn't I didn't want to really take up their time because they're not here for that, right? But because I do let them use the backyard. And I was going to say did because I'm thinking about changing that. I do let them use the backyard. I figure that they can come along and just, help me out. You use this space too. But they didn't. So it is what it is. And a lot of things that I find myself doing, you know, you're doing it by yourself. So those things, and especially when they're heavy duty, you do find that you're in a dark place because you're like, how do I do this? You have to YouTube a lot of stuff. But you know what? I made it through. I made it through. I got a lot of things done. And going through that, right? My girlfriends, they would call me, and I can't really talk at that time. I can't talk because I'm drowning. I'm drowning because I'm going through stuff. I'm dealing with the tenants from the washing machine not working to the furnace going out to the AC not working to building the gazebo. Still got to pay these bills, right? Still got to say, all right, I got to keep my money coming in, right? Being self-employed, got to figure that out. So, when you really think about it, I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk, just girlfriend talk. And it's funny. You would take their calls and you would talk to them for like maybe 5, 10 minutes, right? And when you have time, you would talk to them, but you didn't always have time because you were in that dark place, that dark place, right? Someone would say, well, when do you come up from that dark place? When you could see your way clear. Now, the light at the end of the tunnel, right? As I was getting things done, they was the light was opening up some more. Don't forget to hear. Thank you for joining me this morning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The light at the end of the tunnel started opening up a little more. Look, a little, a little, a little more as time went on because I was checking things off the bucket list. I was getting this done, I was getting that done. But when I tell you they were mentally draining me, I would just go to bed at night, just like once you shower, that's it, just go to bed. I really didn't want to think of it. It even got to the point, and I think this is something that made me start this channel. It got to the point of when I wake up in the morning, not that I didn't want to be here, not that I didn't want to be here, but I didn't want to have to deal with what I had to deal with every day, if that makes sense. And knowing that I felt like that, it was just like I went to bed, I would toss and turn. And it was because I had so much on my plate, so much on my mind. The brain isn't getting a chance to rest, right? And again, I wake up in the morning and I just didn't want to deal. I mean, I dealt with it because I had to. That's why I always say, put this to the side. Don't do everything every day. Don't do it every day. You know, it's funny. I sound so redundant, right? I sound so redundant, but I promise whoever's listening, if you follow what I tell you to do here, or listen to my stories rather, right? To get some advice, you're going to find that you'll get there. You'll get there. Even when you're in your darkest place, you'll get there. And that time back there was my dark place because I was going through the breakup, which someone will say, well, you really going through it if you was okay with it. Yeah, I was still going through it because you're used to having that person here, someone keep you company, right? Someone you could laugh with. Um, I can't even say argue with because him and I didn't really have big arguments. We just didn't. We didn't. I wonder, was that because we didn't want the tenants to hear us? We used to say, shh, the tenants. So I don't know. But because they were always like 5 minute arguments, 5 minutes. So which was cool, right? And I'm one of those people. I don't hold a grudge. I don't have time. I'm not one of those that want to keep arguing and stuff. I'm just going to tell you what it is, and that's it. But coming out of that, what happened to me for myself, I really was disappointed in me that I allowed anyone to take me away from who I am. And I felt like I didn't really, it was really no feeling in it when you think about it. It's no feeling. I did. I lost me. I lost me in that. You know, I lost me in that. And I paused for a second because by me losing me, it helped me realize how much I wasn't getting done, how much I wasn't true to the things that I believe in. Good morning for everyone that's coming in. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you all. Join me on this journey of us just staying mentally focused, living day by day, getting through, handling situations in our life, and just knowing that everything is going to be all right. We are right where we're supposed to be. Okay. So, yeah, so I felt like I didn't feel I lost me. So because I had lost me, I had to now get me back and I had to go clear up all the stuff that I wasn't getting done because I wasn't paying attention to me. I was paying more attention to the relationship. And it's funny because, he probably said, well, if you paid attention to it, we'll be together now. No, no, no. I say that because, right? Excuse me. When you have a woman that makes sure you got your food is on the table, the bills, I mean, he paid too, but I'm saying you don't have to worry about the bill part. You just give her your money, but you got to give her, right? And she takes care of the rest. So you ain't have to worry about that. That clothes being washed, none of that. So please. All right, I did my part. But yeah, but he was more about the turn up. Let's party, let's get out. And I would love to do that too, but you know what? Sometimes in life you can't turn up. Now I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be able to turn up. And what I mean by turn up, my turn up is not going to be like when I was 20 and 30s, right? Today I'm going out to see Dre Scott. I love his music, Feeling. Um, it's on one of my shorts that I played it in the background. His music is very smooth, very relaxing. Voice is phenomenal. So I'm going to see that, listen to him live today. So that's my turn up. You get it? It should be nice. Now, what I did do was I called one of my girlfriends a few weeks ago. Now I called her. She didn't answer. It's okay. I called again. She didn't answer. I was calling to see if she wanted to go and check the show out. Now, I had told her about something else before, but I forgot what happened, why she couldn't make it, whatever. So I called her this time about this. Since she didn't answer, I just like, when we finally spoke after that, I didn't bring it up because there was no need. Because if I'm calling you, right, maybe I'm calling just to kick it for a minute, or I'm calling to tell you something. So there was no need, right? Because what we have to learn, right? You don't need to push anything on anyone. Either they want it or they don't, right? So if you call them, because, and let me tell you, let's make it clear. When you going through your stuff and you reaching out to people, right? And you're not reaching out to ask them for anything. You're reaching out because you're bringing something to the table. Like, can we do this? That's what you're doing. You're not reaching out that's going to cost them anything. It's like, come on, let's go do this. Or maybe it's just girlfriend talk or girl and guy talk, whatever, because it could be your girlfriend or your guy friend, right? That's it. I'm not one of those who call people, oh, I need you to do this. And I'm not like that. I may tell you what's going on and you may offer your assistance. That's different. But I'm not one that's going to call and say, oh, could you take care of this? Mm-mm, mm-mm. I figure it out. And that's actually, I don't know if that's always a good thing because if you're that type of person and you need help, you never want to reach out and ask for it, right? I always figure it out because my father said to me, don't ask anyone for anything. This is before he passed. He said, don't ask anyone for anything, right? And make sure you work. Take care of your own. And I live by that. I still do live by it. So if I come and I ask, just know that I may be in tears because I really need it. If I'm asking, then I'm really like my whole stomach about to jump. I really need it. So, with that being said, good morning to everyone that's here. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. This is a channel we just focus on, our mental health, staying laser focused, right? Knowing how to get through the day, whatever situation it is, we gonna handle that situation. So, with that being said, what I was saying about, me not asking anyone for help. I just try to figure things out. So when I call people, I call them basically to get caught up, see how they doing. If there's something that's going on, I need to tell them. It's, I would say, it's more for their benefit, right? So we can talk. Just whether it's guy or girl, we're just talking. That's it, conversation. Um, or if it's an event, that that's it. That's it. If you choose not to answer, that's your choice, right? So today I'm going out, right? So I'm going to do my little turn up today. And that's basically, since my girlfriend didn't answer, guess what? I said, you know what? I know my mother and we went on a cruise last year. Let me call my mother. She 83. I'm going to turn up with my mother. So I called her and she was like, all right, I'm with it. So she's going out with me. And then in the meantime, I think it was maybe a week later that I end up speaking to my daughter, right? And I had asked her about it. And she was like, okay, mommy. So, yeah, so now it's going to be my daughter. It went from technically from the beginning, right? Me with my girlfriend, but she didn't answer. And I get it. She's busy, whatever things happen, right? So now it's just my mother and my daughter. And as much as I wanted, don't get me wrong, I love hanging out with my mother. I always call her every day. We talk every day. My daughter, she's busy with her husband and kids, so she doesn't have as much time for me, but we still talk when we talk, right? Um, and that's okay. But today, where I wanted, see, and this is how God works in mysterious ways, right? What I wanted is not what God had planned for me. Does that make sense? What I wanted. I wanted for my girlfriend and I to go out today and hang out and do this because I know it'd be fun. But that wasn't what my higher power had. My higher power said, you know what? Mm-mm, mm-mm. So by her not answering, guess what? The ones that did answer, right? That's who I'm hanging out with. So today is how it was meant to be. So there was someone when I moved over to this state, right, that I met, you know, and that person, Monty, like the door slamming. I'm sorry, everyone. The door slamming. It's a lot in the background. It distracts me. Forgive me. I'm only gonna be here half an hour, but the I met someone who, since I moved out here, and I felt like she was really cool, right? Whew. But it didn't work. It didn't work out like that, right? She was like, "Oh, you never have time, this, that." But her life was at a different place at that moment, right? Mine wasn't. And with that being said, I had to, well, she ended up really not being bothered, right? But I used to call her, like we would go back and forth. We went out, we hung out a little bit. But it just goes to show that when you're going through stuff, you can't, you know, people really don't care. People don't care. But also, you're not putting anything on them, right? You're not. You're just handling your business. So the point is when you're not as available, people take it personal. I'm one of those, I can't sit on the phone or run here and do this with you and do that. I can't do all that when I'm taking care of stuff over here because it's a distraction for me. So I need to either pick one. I have to pick what you're doing and what I have to do. And that's it. I have to pick one. So with that being said, I choose to focus on what I have to do. So, me being in the guard of my tight places, right? For the few people or girlfriends that I would deal with over the years, right? I wasn't able to deal with them as much because I was going through stuff. And I told them, I said, listen, I got this going on, I got that. I told them. But you know what? They didn't care. All they cared about was whether I was able to get on that phone and talk to them when they wanted to, whether I was able to go out when they wanted me to. That's all they cared about. So as the tunnel opened up and there was more light for me to see where I'm going now, because I was drowning mentally, right? You can reach out, or I have reached out, right? One of them, right, is funny. She has me blocked. I was like, hold on. She got me blocked. For what? Like, for what? And I told her so many times, and we have sat on the phone before, and I'm like, girl, I just got to get through this. Let me, I got this going on. She's like, and she seemed like one of my cheerleaders. And guess what? But you know what I will say is just like today, right? Hanging out with my mother and my daughter today is such a blessing. And this is what my higher power had for me, is that when you're going through stuff and you're in that dark place, um, if you pick up the phone to call somebody, if they're not available, they call you back, right? I always call my girlfriends back. You call me, I'm calling you back. That I do. But what I found is some of my girlfriends, I call them, they don't pick up. But they then, depending on who it is, I can't say all of them, depending on who it is, they call me back, right? They call me back. But those that don't call me back, right? And I'm not here to vent and all that. It's just that in my journey, right? So you could look at this, right? In your journey, you start paying attention to the behaviors. And I said this before in one of my lives, the renting space, people rent space in your head. And you start thinking about, oh, um, I gotta get back to this one. Or they texting me, or this, they rent space. So you keep thinking about it. So what I have learned as I get older, right, as I mature, right, that's where the gray hairs come from. Actually, I'm getting ready to color these soon. I'm going to go with my color that you all have seen. So, but what you learn from these people is you really pay attention, right? When things quiet down in your life, where before you're so busy taking care of so many things you need to do for you just to get you back to where you were. You just really don't pay attention to who's not answering or when they didn't answer. So as the light starts coming in, like the sun, right? Because things are clearing up for you, you start paying attention. And then at that time, that's when you can now put people where they belong, where they belong. You get it? That's it. You're not taking anything from them, nothing. You put them where they belong. And at that time, once you put them there, whatever their feelings are no longer matter. Because before, right, they're up here. You worrying about their feelings, so you tell them, listen, I've got this going. But when they start behaving a certain way, because they're like, all right, well, she keep telling me she's busy. Now I'm not going to. Don't answer. Don't, 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 you know, because when you were going through it, right, you were in one of those tight places. It was a dark place. And you didn't put that on them. You just couldn't talk because you needed to figure it out. You needed to. So since you're going through that, you keep pushing through, pushing through, pushing through. And those girlfriends that are there for you will be there for you. And you will know because they'll never leave your side, right? When you call them, guess what? They'll call you back. They may not call you back that day. They'll call you the next day. Or they'll call you later. Or they'll text you and say, guess what? Hey girl, I'm busy. Let me get back to you. And you mess with that, right? I mess with that. So, and again, I'm not upset, but people, right? We put into whoever it is what we want to put into, just like a job, like a career. You put into whatever it is you want to put into. And if you don't put that work in for any relationship, then guess what? When it no longer works, point one finger at the person, but point the other nine back at yourself. So I feel like I'm coming out, or rather, not even coming up, I have come out of my dark place. I've come out of it. At least I would say about maybe 10 months ago, about 10 months ago, I would say I came out of my dark place, you know, and I just see better things coming. And now, like I said, I am not, no, I look bigger on the camera, right? Um, hey, good evening. Hi. What is it? Your local person. Hey, your local person. Thank you for coming into my live. I hope you subscribe. Everyone that's here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're just coming in, I was just talking about dark places in your life, and just getting through and dealing with people and how people are, you tell them that you're going through something right now and no one is, they hear you, but they don't hear you because you're not stopping what you're doing to deal with whatever they want to talk about. It's funny. I had a girlfriend. This is a different girlfriend, right? I had a bunch of them, but I don't know where they all are. I had a bunch. But it's not for me to go dig them up, right? Because if they was really girlfriends, right, they'd still be in my life. They're still. Years ago, I used to give meetings, the Women's Day meeting, that would help everyone get through their situation. And that's why when I do these YouTubes, like this, it's funny. I want to try to do some other stuff or something different, but I feel like mental health right now for us is so important. People go through stuff, and I just, gravity keeps me right here. It keeps me right here. So it is what it is. No, I understand. I get it. I get it. But what I was saying is for those girlfriends who didn't ride out with me when I was telling you that I was going through something, I just needed to get through it. Still I stand, right? I stand. I'm standing taller. I may be older now, but I'm standing taller than what I stood back then, right? And I want to thank those that rode out with me. You don't have to guess, because guess what? They stay in contact with you. They get back to you. And you appreciate them. You really do. Sometimes your friends, depending on who they are, can be more than family. So just appreciate those that ride out with you. You see them. You see them. And then you have others, you got to put them where they belong. That's it. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. Life is never easy. If you got an easy life, then you're doing better than most of us, right? But it's not. You got to put that work in. I don't care what you do. Put that work in. Prepare yourself for the future. Um, One of the things that now that I'm coming up out of my dark places, one of the things that I'm preparing for, right? At this age, I'm 61 now. Um, I've gotten quite a few things done around the house, right? To get myself ready for retirement. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to wait for retirement to get here. I'm going to work on it now. So when that time comes, I could be relaxed. So that's one of the things I'm doing now. I'm putting more into my retirement financially, equipping the house with things that, like, recently I just did, got solar. Well, I have solar already. I have solar, but I got um, the solar generator. I got one of those just in case the lights go out, with all this stuff going on in this world. So I got that, which I got to go take it out the box. I spent all this money for this equipment and I don't even know if it works. So I got to go take it out the box. That's crazy. No, I was just telling my granddaughter, we got to go look at this, make sure it works. Oh, I know they didn't sell me a whole thing of rocks or something. So I got to go take a look at that. And the system was very expensive. I did the Jackery. The Jackery, if you look that up, is Jackery, I don't know, 6,000, you pull it, and then there's the 2,000 that goes on. Like you could have two pieces. So this way I could have one for the garage to keep my refrigerator and freezer on there, and then I'll have one for in my place that I can keep the refrigerator going, because I remember years ago from the weather. right? Everything went out. And my daughter and I, she had one of the apartments. Um, and I'm in a three family, so she had one of the apartments, and we were going to McDonald's just to keep our phone plugged. So now, as I get older, I'm thinking ahead because I don't want these things, like certain things, to go out. And I think this also comes from me having to figure things out so much for myself. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all. I just from experience, I'm thinking ahead, if that makes sense, right? So if there's a power outage, the winter time is about to come. I'm prepared this time. I wasn't prepared before. So that's it. You start living and learning. And also I'm feeling like what I said, I'm coming from that dark place, right? That relationship breakup. Although that was like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I'm over it. Hey, right? You agree? You How do you say, your local person? You agree, right? You come from that dark place. Also, you all, if you want, put something. I did put a post on my YouTube, topics you all want to talk about. If anyone want to come up, I have to figure out how to do it on here, that we can all come up. That's what I would like, that we can have conversation going back and forth. It may be something that you want to talk about, that you're going through, that we can have everyone in the chat room just become a part of it. And it'll just be a nice place to come and free yourself, right? Um, None of us are psychiatrists here. All right, not that. But it's at least you can talk about it, you can vent, and you can get some feedback, right? Doesn't mean you have to follow it, but get some feedback to make you go, that sounds like a good idea. Because it's about getting to the next level. And I don't mean that next level means you're rich. I don't mean that. Because, to be honest with you, if your mind is, your head, your brain is on straight, and you're able to focus on things you need to get done, and you're moving forward each day, then you're in a good place. Does that make sense? Because whatever is going on in your life, you're in the right state of mind, that you're able to change that, right? And for me, I just couldn't talk to people back then, so that was my dark place. It was dark. 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 And I pulled myself back from it. I say that because I will never get into any type of relationship that will make me lose me. Never. And it makes me tear up because it was just hard. And it's wrong. It's wrong. Because the person knows that they're mentally working on you. That will never, well, I don't know how much time I got here. I'm 61. But whatever time I got here, that won't happen again. So I just say that to say, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you all. But just focus on you all. Don't forget to go over to where the post is, and put a topic in there. I do plan on, in time for these lives, making it where I could say a set time I'm going to come on, but I need time because I'm still like taking care of other things. Thank you all for hitting the like. Thank you. I appreciate you all. So I do need time for that. And there's just going to be a lot more interaction that I want from people. Also, let me show you all, because I'm learning this garden thing, right? And I just, let me pick this up. It's a little heavy, but look, this is the new stuff that I just picked. I harvested yesterday. Look at that. Some more my green peppers and stuff. It's quite a bit of stuff. More eggplant, right? My eggplant. So I'm just, and I got more than one. This one is little. This one is littler. But hey, so look at these green peppers. I did this myself. This only cost me some water, y'all. Water. Look at this, right? Aren't they amazing? And just know now some of the tomatoes, see the tomatoes. I just said season is over. I have like an alarm system back there. Camera. Yeah, for real, right? Right? I'm excited about it. Oops, I just dropped one. But I have like a little camera system back there. I got cameras everywhere. I'm not playing with it, y'all. I'm not playing with it. But there was a raccoon, 4 o'clock in the morning. He up on the fence. I'm sleeping, the alarm goes off. I'm like, and it went off twice, so that told me someone was in there, right? And that's what, I'm not racist, but I'm going to say this. That's what the white folks have in their backyard. Then when they all the way up on a hill, and you like how they knew I was coming, right? So I put one of those, the alarm system in my backyard. So if you passed it, it rings. And when you pass the next one, it's gonna ring again. So it rang twice. And I said, oh no, someone in my backyard. Looked out the window, it was a big old raccoon. So I yelled at it. And my granddaughter said, I know the neighbors are like, this lady don't never sleep. How they know? How she know? But hey, it is, listen, it is what it is, right? I have to protect what I invest in. And that's something else too that whoever's on my live, right? I want this channel to help you all from being young to home ownership, right? To prepare for your senior years. I can't talk about medication for menopause because I didn't take it. So I can't tell you, doctors are doctors, right? Whatever they do. I believe in holistic health. So, because I feel like everything everything is a scam. Not saying you go to doctors when you really need them. So, but that's my personal choice. Yeah, I don't take anything. The only thing I might take once in a blue moon is an Advil if I need it or a bear. Yeah, I don't believe in all that stuff. So, you know, but anyway, I have to get ready for the show today that I'm hanging out with my 83-year-old mother, who drinks vodka straight, no chaser, no ice. Whew, I don't know how she does it. All right. But anyway, I'm hanging out with her and my daughter. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. But just to kind of wrap up, I know, right? Oh, the show is Dre Scott. If you look him up, Dre Scott. One of my favorite songs is Feelings that he sings. And this guy's voice is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I believe he's an up and coming artist. So now he's booking shows in different places. So it's in Lower Manhattan, right? I'm a New Yorker, so I'm actually going to drive out. I'm in Jersey, but I'm going to drive out to New York today and go check out the show. So I'm excited to hang out. Yeah, it's actually, you know what? It's not a concert. It's in Lower Manhattan, like Houston Street. Some people say Houston Street, Houston. They have these, it's all right. I don't want to paint it out to be a hole in the wall because it's not. But it just to kind of paint the picture. You get it? It's not a big venue like Madison Square Garden. No, it's more like it's a lounge. All right. And he'll just be singing live where they playing the live instruments. So yeah, I'm gonna go there and check that out. So that's like that's my turn up. My turn up is mellow. At this age, you want to listen to stuff that kind of sinks in with your spirit. And but the music is good because my daughter is 30. What is she, like 39 now? And she's looking forward to it. So she loves his music too. But I listen to all of it. Not a whole lot of the young school rap, right? Not a whole lot of it. Now I do like please forgive me. Please don't look at me like I'm crazy, but I do like some of Kevin Gates. Oh my God, did I say that? I sure did. Um, but it's not something I listen to all the time. But I ran across his song on the Spotify and I'm like, oh, I like that one. Um, yeah. So yes, yes, it is gonna be fun. I'm one of those grandmothers who are I'm young acting, right? I'm not an like one of them old ones just walking with a cane and crutches, whatever. I don't know. I'm more young spirited and yeah. Uh-oh. Look, rent just came in. Ding ding at the top. Thank you. See that money still coming in as I'm talking. So I love it. But you know, that's yeah, I'm one of them young spirited grandmothers or mothers. Grandmother, mother, yeah. So, you only get old when you start thinking like that. Now I did wonder how did these years they just jump up on me. So I figured from this point forward, I got to do the best of what I have, right? And appreciate where I'm at today. A lot of times we look at ourselves, our body, and be. I remember when I was just 27, 28, I'm like, oh, look at my stomach. What? I was killing them back then. If only I knew. I knew, but I complained about it. So now I can look back and appreciate where I was, which helped me to appreciate where I'm at today. All right. Everyone that's here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you. So that's what you have to do. You really have to appreciate where you are today, right? Come up from that dark place a little bit at a time. That's what I did. And now I can see. Anyway, everyone, I'm going to hop. I'm going to get in here and kind of get myself ready. I do have to go create some content for one of my other channels, and I will upload it here. I put it in the shorts. So I'm going to go create something over there. Maybe I'll do tigers today. I don't know. I'm going to create something over there and I want to take care of two other things and then I want to get ready and head out. So, you know, everyone that came in today, hugs and kisses to you. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you all. And let's continue to grow together and, you know, come here. I don't know if you want to call it counseling, therapy, whatever it is. Just come and just know um, the well over there. Well, I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, Mental Focus Group. Here, you're here on my channel, right? This is positive motivation wins, but on TikTok it's the Mental Focus Group. I'm over there. So I really haven't. I've been live over there maybe twice. I will get better, but I come here more, to YouTube. It's a different YouTube has like a different quality of people. So I don't know. TikTok is more, I don't know, for jumping around, standing on your head type stuff. I'm not gonna be doing any of that. So yeah, YouTube is more mature. It's a mature crowd, and it works for me. It's peaceful. So, yeah. Besides the trolls, I think the trolls are still sleeping, so they didn't come in today. Unless they came in, they start behaving. So I didn't get any trolls today, But anyway, so I do plan on getting better, and I want to post a certain time to come on so this way everyone can join me. And then I do want to figure out how to bring people up and we can talk and just let's kick it. Let's get to that next level in life, no matter what age you are. Let's get to that next level, right? I said it's not over until the coffin drops. That's how I look at it. All right. So, everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to log out and I'm going to go get some other things done. And I hope you get some things done. Make sure that this weekend you can look back and say, I got one, two, three things done that you could feel good about. Okay. So, everyone, thank you for joining my channel today. And your local person, thank you for coming in. All right, thank you. Everyone, have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay blessed. Stay safe. All right, later.